My name is Brandon Lee, and I go by he, him. I'm a graphic design major. And I also like film, but I'm not majoring or minoring it, but I'm like into it.
Yeah.
And I studied C4D for like self-taught it since freshman year, I guess. And I kind of used him.
You did? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Nice. All right, you ready to watch it?
And I like sunset, that's why it's...
All right.
There's no sound.
No sound? All right. Let's watch it a few times. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, let's watch it again. I'm getting chills. Oh man, let's just give it a round of applause. Straight up. Oh, we got so much to talk about here.
I noticed that after seeing Aiden's, mine is very slow.
Uh-huh.
It kind of matches my mood because I'm
Yeah.
a very slow person. So.
Ooh, I love that you say that. Ooh. Did you catch that?
Oh no, I did. I was gonna say that like the ending felt really slow when you're turning the logo around, but I think it matches your pacing. And I think the mix of typography and 3D really shows your proficiency in both. Plus it's sunset. Like sunset time, like you're supposed to slow down at sunset.
Yeah.
I love that that was your first comment. Because I feel like this really shows off your personality more than anything. You know, I feel like it was never about, let's start with the logo. It was about like, how do I feel about it? What is my character, right? How do I imbue that into this?
I think it's just so clean.
What's clean about it? What specifically makes you say that?
I think it's the transition into your logo. Because for here, I had no idea what you were going to do, and then now I'm seeing the B and the L come from the same block, from the same square. Everything's just, it's so smooth.
Thank you.
Like this transition here.
Yeah, I really love. Well, let me just step back. Let's go a little bit frame by frame, right? Here we're starting very literal. It's clearly a clock, right? We got the graphics, we got the indicators, but then we zoom in, and even right here, it becomes super abstract. Now we're just working with lines, and we're just paying attention to the reflection of the sunset, the color of the sunset. It's very moody, and then it becomes even more abstract. Like this was so pleasantly surprising right here. Boom! Oh, that was so satisfying. This is so vibrant and so colorful, and then it's bam, black and white. You know, and then
I
like,
just didn't want to confuse people what that is, so I just
yeah.
put my name.
Yeah, I think this was the way to go. You put it in context, right? But you didn't start by giving us the answer. I've been consistently intrigued by it until the very end when you're like, oh yeah, this is also a B. You know, I think that is exciting, and I think there is a lot of build-up there. How do we feel about the type?
Well, I didn't really think of it.
I was going to say, I don't know how I feel about that first type. I feel like it gives off, if we're talking about energies again, like it feels like that belongs in mind, that typography.
Yeah.
It feels very bright and energetic for the slowness you're trying to portray.
That's a real good way to put it. Yeah.
And I think since your ending typography is like a very elegant, or I would say classic, conventional typeface, and then this one is really different from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to think about consistency again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would consider both. I don't. Yeah, for me, it's like the first definitely is not gonna match to the scene that much. I was thinking maybe you can choose some typography more subtle, more clean. Maybe like even just mash into the scene, like hiding the cloud.
Yeah.
Like
I see
people
what
can
you're
see,
saying.
but they won't, because this is not your most important part. They want people to see your animation, like get the feeling of sunset. They don't want, just don't show them any typography even.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let them feel it. Just they don't need to know like they just no, just read
Absolutely.
anything.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty like it's already presenting a very clear message of
Mhm.
time, sun, because you already have like sun and moon right in the middle of your animation, so no font or no text needed in the first frame.
And at the last scene, the typography with the serif, I think the block of the bees is too. Could you like move to the last scene
Yeah.
with typography?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Brandon is like kind of too small for me. Yeah, and I feel like the shape is no serif and thing. You can choose some typography like maybe bolder and without serif, and larger can be like same line with the block,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I should think of choosing.
I think the most significant thing that was brought up, kind of, that I didn't think of before, is like, right, at the beginning, I don't feel like we even need any typography because you are showing us time and you are showing a sunset.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what? I just added this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah.
It's all good. I hear you. I mean, yeah, of course you're like, let me try to fill this with as much creativity as possible. But you've already put so much energy into work into making this image so beautiful that it already tells that story, right?
Less is more.
Yeah, right. And so, I mean, and that depends too, right? In Aiden's, we needed more, right? But this is a very slow sunset vibe, so we wanted some less. And the images you're showing us are already so beautiful that we don't need to also have typography on top of it, right? I feel like specifically this type too, this is almost giving me SpongeBob vibes, right? And I feel like that's distracting from this beautiful, ornate instrument you've created. And then, you know, I know how much work 3D rendering takes. Like, that's a lot. And so that is more than enough, you know? And for the end, I really love this transition. You know,
Yeah, me too.
I love it goes full color, black and white, super smooth.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this is a motion class, not a logo class. But in terms of branding, there are some inconsistencies here. Like it almost looks like Clarendon or something. But the typeface doesn't really match the graphics that you're creating, right? Your graphics are almost sans serif, where they have these very flush ends, and they're also a bit large, right? Yeah, so I don't know what the answer is. Maybe it is increasing the scale of everything and making your logo almost invisible with the type, right?
Or I'm also thinking make it as a lockup. Just get rid of the combination. Just make the shape as a logo itself and put your name under it
Yeah, right.
Or-
as a lockup.
Sorry. I was thinking, I agree with you about the serif typeface. I feel like sans serif would match more with your graphics. And then just for the sake of like showing your logo, since it has like text in it and it's not so convenient to, do mock-ups or do just like designs with other stuff. I feel like if you have a animation where you show this, but you have like closing, like puzzling the two pieces together, since it's a like complete puzzle, like you have a closing, like it gets closer together, and just use that as your logo. It's just a thought.
I think the solution you have is very smart. And I think you found a way to fit the pieces together. They're just kind of, it seems almost forced because they're still kind of inconsistent, right? But I really love these shapes, I also don't feel like we need to see this. And I get it. You're trying to be like, all right, I'm making every piece fit with my name, right? When in reality, you already have this really beautiful mark. That transition from the full animation to the black and white alone is stunning. And so I feel like if you just kept the mark even like this, or even like the way it was, and they just wrote your name and type below it, right? Making the typography less a part of this, because you're already saying so much with these beautiful visuals you've created. Yeah, like I also agree, like these are like puzzle pieces. That alone could be like an animation, I don't know why I'm standing, I just got really excited. Like, this is stunning. I don't need the rationale that it is a bee, I think it is more than enough. This is beautiful. Like, this whole sequence to this, that's enough. And then maybe write your name down below it, right?
This part can be the end.
Yeah, that's it. And then your name.
Yeah.
Brandon Lee Films. You're a filmmaker, Like, this is a great mark. This sticks in my brain. And it's very unique how you got there. Like, it reminds me of like Lionsgate, or those film animation. It looks like I go to the movies and this is the kind of style that you see. I think you emulated that very well.
That's what I was thinking of.
That's very clear and that's very smart. And so it goes from time to then sunset to like, oh, this is really, and that's it. And maybe like a little tagline of a Brandon Lee Films, Man, I'm real excited about this. Good job. Thank you.